Yeah, I'll just paint another day.
It's 1 a.m.
So if any of those scenarios looked familiar to you, you might find today's 3-Minute Thursday especially helpful because we're going to be talking about 5 habits that will make you a better and more productive artist. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, the go-to place for digital and fine artists of all levels who want to build confidence in landscape painting with the proper fundamentals. Now just a quick precursor, none of these tips I'm going to be sharing are directly drawing or painting related, but more lifestyle habits that I have come to find really helpful and I'm still trying to practice. Now that doesn't mean that there are a ton of other habits and routines out there that can be equally as helpful. These are just my personal favorites. So if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear from you and please comment below. But for now, let's put on the timer for 3 minutes and dive into my top 5 habits that will make you a better and more productive artist. Tip number 1, exercise and maintain your health. Now, one piece of advice that my grandma told me that I'll never forget is that if you don't have your health, you can't really set out to do anything you want to do well. Now, I'm not talking about being the next bodyweight champion, but even just moving around and stretching for 15 to 30 minutes a day can do wonders to your health, stamina, and motivation. And believe it or not, I get some of my best ideas while I'm exercising. And every time I'm stuck on a problem or I'm frustrated or feel defeated, exercising will give me renewed energy to tackle that problem. And I always feel so much more excited to work on personal projects after a good workout. Tip number 2, read a variety of books and challenge your brain. So when I seriously started to revive the habit of daily reading around 2019, I found that reading books that were art-related and non-art-related, from fiction to self-help to philosophy, really helped me grow as an artist. Books like Siddhartha, The Fountainhead, The Timekeeper, Atomic Habits, and Mastery are just a few books that have profoundly influenced the way I live my life and the way I approach my art. Some of these books have really influenced the way I view my progress as a painter and even the way I see the world around me and translate that onto the canvas. Now, if you don't like reading, podcasts are wonderful too. Bottom line, I believe that it is so important to constantly challenge your brain and gain knowledge and learn besides just binging Friends 3 times in a row on Netflix, which by the way is what I have done. Tip number 3, prime and reset your creative space for success. Now this next habit is a tip that I got from the amazing book Atomic Habits, and it really hit home with me because the concept is quite simple, and that is priming your space to make the next action easy. Now after a painting session, the easiest and fastest way would be to leave my brushes on the table and just leave my water cup to be clean the next day because I'm just buying time for my future self. Look, I don't even have to get my paints out because they're already all here. I'll just wash my brushes tomorrow. It's easy. And everything's basically just laid out, so I don't have to do anything tomorrow when I paint, right? Wrong! I find that if I leave my brushes dirty and just scattered under the table and my cup filled with gross water from the day before, I am way less likely to paint because it's simple. I don't want to paint in a messy environment. But if I take the time to reset my studio and tidy everything up the day before, I come into my studio the next day way more refreshed, motivated, and excited to paint. Tip number 4, write down your top 3 to 5 tasks to do for the next day the day before. So I don't know about you, but I'm a visual thinker and I feel really chaotic when I just have a rough idea of tasks that I need to do swimming around in my head. So I developed a really simple habit of writing down 3 to 5 things that I have to do in order of importance the night before. Now, this helps me go to bed a little bit more secure at night because I know that I won't be bombarded or distracted with tasks the next day that don't align with my core goals. Now, something that helps me prioritize is to do the tasks that are most important and time sensitive over ones that are not, like baking, which is neither of those. Tip number 5. Put your phone in a separate room while you are working. Now, this last habit is something that is deceptively simple, but could be the hardest to do. And I only started practicing it after reading the book Atomic Habits, but let me tell you, it works. Every morning after breakfast, I will purposely leave my phone downstairs while I go upstairs to work. And I find that I am twice as productive and focused because I simply don't have the option of looking at my phone. Now, my number 1 tip would be, do not let yourself near your phone until you have completed those most important and time-sensitive tasks that we talked about in the last tip. Now for a bonus tip. Are you ready? Y'all know I love bonus tips, so I want to throw in something a little extra that I have recently been practicing, and it is working for me as well. Credit goes to Atomic Habits, the book I finished recently, for giving me this idea. And the extra tip I want to share with you guys is try writing a contract for yourself. Now, that may sound bogus, and this isn't for everyone. But let me tell you, for me, when I started doing this, it really worked. And I did this because I found out that I am the kind of person that gets really excited about a lot of ideas. I can spew off ideas, I'm constantly thinking of new ideas to do this and that. But when it comes to executing those ideas, half of the time, it doesn't happen. So I decided enough is enough. I sat down at my computer and I typed out a contract with 8 goals that I know I want to hit in a certain time period. And if I didn't hit those 8 goals, I created severe consequences for myself that I know I would hate to go through. And in addition, I had 3 friends read and sign my contracts so that I knew I had witnesses and that they would keep me accountable if I didn't follow through. And I don't know if it's psychological, but after a week of doing this, I found myself way more focused and creating daily schedules that were much more honed in and tailored towards completing these goals that I had set out for myself. So like I said, this habit or routine isn't for everyone, but if you do end up trying this, I would love to hear if it has worked for you as well. So at this point in the video, you've learned not 5, but 6 habits that can make you a better and more productive artist. Now, I'd love to know if you tried any of these and if they worked for you, so feel free to comment below. I've also linked my favorite books in my bio, so check those out as well. Now, while you wait for next week's video, don't forget to check out my other videos here that I have on gouache and digital painting. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss another 3-Minute Thursday and other awesome valuable content on gouache and digital painting for artists of all levels. Thank you so much for watching this week's 3-Minute Thursday, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.